the chance that since this is the event-heavy farming deck, that Aura just tries to blow half of his opponent's hand up early and banish it with Luna being flipped. Because without those flips, it can be tricky. The other kind of
Can
interesting
she
thing,
flip turn 1?
Luna?
Yeah.
Yes. No, Luna cannot flip turn 1.
Okay.
But she can flip turn 2, guaranteed.
Well, sure. Turn 2 is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Well, it's guaranteed as long as the opponent doesn't steps and stands away your problem.
Well, it's also guaranteed even if you're going second, because you just draw 2 and then discard at the end of your turn.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yes.
You got me. Just pretend you're vinyl. Got it.
The other interesting tech here, and one that is a little bit tricky, is there's one copy of Pow in this deck, and Pow is an orange Earth Pony friend that cannot be frightened, which means that he can basically shut off Rock Slide.
Yes, if you have that in the opening hand. And are playing... Well, what's his rec cost?
Pow is 3.
Yeah, but if you think about this...
Okay, so if there's a Starlight Glimmer, you won't be there in time to stop the initial 2 power.
No, but I don't believe
maybe the
I don't
future
believe
ones.
AJ typically farms with Starlight, because that's normally bad.
No, you use Starlight to move AJ to farm someone else, is what I mean.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sure.
I go to time and you're like, okay. I was like, okay, I can double confront and just win.
This is kind of a toss-up in terms of how this match is going to go. I believe he was actually victorious in this match earlier today, but it can really swing.
He who?
Sorry, Aura. But it can really swing either way. If Pages gets a strong start with AJ, he's really going to put Aura on the ropes and force him to use his bailouts very wisely. I guess we'll just have to see.
That seems like a good plan.
Well, that's a Lasso champion in the opening hand. There's not a lot you can ask for besides that.
My roll? Yeah. 17. Alright, I'm all good.
Alright, so Luna is going to be going second. Chooses to keep his hand. And I believe that's a Carbo Loader as well, so this is going to be a little awkward just because it is going to force Luna to create a Changeling token in order to get the necessary orange color requirement to play most of those cards.
Sure.
So,
but that's not that bad.
Is the light just going to mess with the camera?
What happens is...
You just, play it to home, right?
Right, exactly.
Why you gotta use matte sleeves?
Even with the matte sleeves,
Yeah, it's actually not that...
the faces are still shiny.
Yeah.
Unless you...
They're less shiny, but I guess not enough.
Yeah, it's a different, like, this versus...
Both of these players are definitely new to these decks, though. So it will be interesting to see how they have adapted in a short period of time.
Okay, so looking at this deck list, there's only one Lasso champion?
Yes, there's only one. And he's got it in his opening hand. Now we see a Maui Zodal, and I believe there's a Nightmare Moon on AJ's side. It's difficult to see exactly. 2 Maui Zodals, a Nightmare Star. That's not great. Nightmare Star is pretty frustrating. The question is whether or not Pages actually knows what he's up against in terms of the exhausting, and I believe they played the game earlier, so he should have some idea.
So, do you beeline the Lasso champion or the Carbo Loader here? I suppose you can play the Carbo Loader a turn earlier since you'll be paying 3 AT total to flip. And then you'd only need to pay 3 for Carbo and 4 for Lasso Champ.
I mean, that's tricky. I think I'd probably favor the Lasso Champion here just because that perpetual exhaust is going to be very, very strong.
Yeah. And by that time, AJ has probably already farmed a villain, so you get the extra 2. Or he'd have the 2 points, so he would have the extra AT to play that lasso champ, probably.
Right.
So, yeah, I think this is just already very, very heavily favoring Ara. Okay, so Nightmare Star turns off not lasso, Carbo.
So this makes it a very easy choice then.
Yeah, it makes it a very easy choice. So 4 AT. I'm willing to bet we're going to see 2 discard 2, make a champion or changeling, and pay 1 to see Page's hand and discard banish half of it. Approximately. Oh no, is he playing the?
He's going to play the farm.
He's going to play the Formare,
which is a very good choice here.
Oh yeah,
yeah, playing the Formare.
He plays that to Rock Slide, sure.
Yeah, and also he's not holding an Appaloosa in hand, which is something he'd really like to be able to find, if at all possible. In fact, what might be even better is if he can get. We'll have to see if he can get a.
Well, okay. There's the one woe there, Nelly,
That's
and
nothing.
nope, that's a whiff.
No, nothing. But it does put him closer to seeing those resources later.
The good news is, I don't think he wanted to see a single one of those cards.
No, he definitely did not. All those troublemakers in the Catechect not doing a whole lot for him.
Yeah, and the woe there, Nelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's completely fine.
So I would say, despite the fact that it whiffed, it was like ideal. Aside from the whiff.
Right. Exactly.
That is a win, yeah. But AJ flipped, and that's what she wanted. And, she would have been sent home regardless, so.
Well, he can actually kill himself, so.
Pay 2, move back?
I think you kind of have to.
Otherwise, Formare just farms it for free.
Now, at this point, I think Ara actually goes and plays the Carbo Loader here. It's not going to do anything for him.
Well,
but
he has to challenge here. I mean, he doesn't have to, but she goes home.
Yeah, he has no
if
reason
you don't.
not to. That's true.
Yeah.
So at that point,
that is barely missing. Yeah, off by 1. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But again, not a card he really wanted to see. Didn't really want to see that Clipped Wings.
Yeah, Clipped Wings Catajack is little late. So just drop Scarbo.
Yeah. Seems okay.
So is this going to be the game for a while? Just pay 2, move, pay 2, move, pay 2, move, pay 2, move?
Initially, for sure.
Until someone actually wins.
Right.
Lost some apples. There we go.
Now we'll have to see if Curtis gets, or I'm sorry, not Curtis, Pages gets an extra flip. No extra flip, but we do see an AJ's Epiphany here.
Right, which is unfortunate because that is absolutely going to be banished by Luna.
Nope, AJ's still going back home.
This is so
stupid.
Alright, you're just going to do that?
Yeah, I cannot see a way that...
I can't really argue with this. I really can't. 2 card...
So, is this our life?
This is our life for a while.
Just...
he got it!
Lost!
He got it!
Okay.
And that's going to put Ara ahead up 2 points, which I should get the score counter from.
About to get to 3 points.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
We're free.
Oh, that's very, very good for him. That's tremendous.
Oh yeah, that's bonkers. He could play this Appaloosa here, but I don't think he should. I think he just holds on to the 2 AT to flip Luna next turn.
Likely so.
Like, don't play the Appaloosa until Pages drops a Troublemaker.
Sure.
What am I going to do here?
Unless he has... No, yeah. I was going to say unless he has to discard, but if he has to discard, that's good. That lets him just flip Luna. So...
Yeah, that's actually really incredibly good. Now, he does have an under arrest here, and playing under arrest on Applejack while she's at 3 power can be actually really funny.
Yep, so he has 9 cards in hand. Yep, discards. Discard popping corn. That
Yeah.
seems... Yeah.
Banish half the
flip.
hand.
Yeah, so that's going to hit the Epiphany for sure.
Absolutely. This is kind of the dream. It's difficult to see a way that this could have started off better.
The Dream Warrior? Not Warrior. Wrong one. Guide, yeah. Mixing up my Lunas.
Cheese commenting that he wishes he would have had that opening playing against Richard at Continentals, and I don't blame him.
No, yeah, this is...
That doesn't even feel like a tricky choice here. I think you have to go for the Nightmare Moon to get it back. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The video cut out here briefly. We'll get it back in just a moment.
Looks like he might be changing his mind.
And it's difficult to tell.
Hopefully we can see which choice was made.
Popping corn?
Oh, come back, video. Come back.
Let's banish this pile.
Okay, he's vanishing one of them, but I don't know which one.
Go.
We'll try to get this video fixed as soon as we can here. So I really would like to see what comes of this.
Looks like he has the bell tower in hand. Yeah, I can see the Epiphany in the banish pile there.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, that Epiphany is going to be what is his answer to the Lasso champ, so granted, I think Aura also has an Epiphany, which just puts it right back to not readying. Can Pages come back from this? Like,
that's tricky to say for sure. Losing that Troublemaker and then having the Nightmare Moon also banished and having the Lasso champion, it's going to be an uphill battle. Looks like we're restarting the stream here for just a moment just to get that video going.
Sure. So, drew another under arrest. I think you might just play the under arrest.
Yeah, likely so. Under arrest while AJ's at 3.
Oh, he's thinking of playing another Carbo. I don't think you play the other Carbo yet. Wait. Well, what does the other Carbo do for you here?
I mean, the other Carbo guarantees that you're flipping 2 cards at Rock Slide. However, he needs to get an Appaloosa in play if he's going to protect to do that.
Right, yeah. But you don't play the Appaloosa until the Troublemaker's already face down, I don't think.
Right. Well, I don't even think he has an Appaloosa in hand unless I'm missing that.
No, he had it.
He has an Appaloosa?
Yeah, we saw that earlier.
I thought we saw the under arrest or the clipped wings earlier.
No, see right there in his hand right now? That's an Appaloosa.
Oh, so it is. Yes, he does.
2 for an Appaloosa.
I guess he just plays it now.
No, you wait. You wait for the face-down Troublemaker so you can surprise them.
Well, that's not what he chose to do.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Save the 1, Scarface? Yep.
Alright, saves 1 up,
I am at 4.
goes up to 4.
You don't know.
I'll show you painful.
Trying to play a villain farming deck? Show me. When you thought you'd be playing...
Jack.
Counterjack.
Sure.
Okay.
He says, that's fine.
Yeah, that's an easy choice.
Yeah, that's not exactly going to do a whole lot. Now,
Yeah, what does...
This is unusual. Unless this is another Nightmare Star, that's not going to go well for him. The Carbo Loader's
Even
not
if it is, it's not going to go well, because looking at Aura's hand, this is kind of gross.
He's got the bailout, too.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I see you're
Just...
Why not?
Now we've got both kinds of Carbo Loader here.
Confronts for another point.
No,
Goes up to 5. Still has 1 AT banked, I believe.
Kind of did the same thing I did last turn.
Yep.
And he's got the bailout in hand. He'll definitely
Last
pitch
game.
mimics for that.
You know.
I didn't read things correctly, or I didn't sequence properly at all.
Yeah, I don't think. I think this is pretty set in stone here.
Yeah, playing Catjack to that problem was a mistake. Playing Catjack over to Nightmare Star would have been a much better
I
choice.
temporarily
Right.
You forgot Appaloosa.
Appaloosa, the card no one has.
Cutie mark.
The card that this deck runs 3 of.
So, do you challenge here, or do you just
Yeah, there's-
send the frightened friend home?
Yeah,
or move.
I can't imagine there's a way that you would not challenge here.
Alright, flip 2.
Well, I mean, if he challenges, he has to move both home.
14, I got 9. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So R scores the 2, puts him up to 7.
No. That was
Oh.
Paige's turn.
Sorry,
That's why I was
my
asking
fault.
if you
My
even
fault.
challenge.
My fault.
I need more ET.
What was I thinking? What was I doing?
Care.
What was
Oh,
I?
yes,
okay.
you do.
Right. Okay.
Of course I do. But So that's a moral victory. Moral victories are.
This is kind of
He needs to resolve Aoizodal moving his frightened friend home.
Yes, he does. So we'll need to poke the judge about that.
There's only 2 options. I know, but if I frighten the wrong,
Huh?
if I frighten the wrong
Yeah,
one.
I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah,
it's
something
gonna
else.
happen.
Something else needs to move.
Yeah, that-
One for the lose, one for the.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what I can do afterwards. Just not probably at the opportune times.
That's fair.
Yeah, resolve the trigger, then think.
I'm gonna think equally from.
You can't fight this one.
Now, R's got the bailout, he's got the under arrest. I think you definitely go for the under arrest on Applejack here.
Yeah,
Okay.
He also has an epiphany. Like
I don't see an easy way out of this. And also, we have to be careful about playing anything on Applejack, because there are going to be so many Applejacks in this game.
Every friend in play is an Applejack. Every friend that has been in play is an Applejack.
Friends that may come into play in the future will likely be Applejacks.
Yes.
Play Twilight, Exhaust,
Or the Smooths.
whatever. It's already here. That's fine.
Yeah.
Game
There might be a Chrissy.
Copying Applejack.
Yeah. Might copy Limestone. You don't know.
Now, I think I did mention at one point my favorite secret tech in this deck is the fact that you will sometimes create a changeling token through infiltrating the hive and then play Xerox copying a carbo loader and then having teamwork for changelings so your changeling token can exhaust to flip an extra card.
Except, no.
Yes,
Because that's not how teamwork works.
it is your friends with the same trait. Chrysalis is a
And printed
changeling.
abilities.
Huh?
And printed abilities.
Right, it has that other card's printed abilities. Your Xerox copies Catjack.
She does not, but the
Your Xerox copies Catjack, giving her teamwork.
teamwork only copies only gives printed abilities. Xerox doesn't have printed. Yes.
Okay, that's right.
The-
Yes. I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's fine. It's fine. It's possible some people watching stream aren't familiar, so
Yes. Better
now-
give them
now we can
correct
explain it.
information. Don't listen to
Yeah.
Grandpa's. He doesn't know how to play this game. He just builds decks.
So that was another 2 points. That puts him to 7, I believe. Yeah, it looks like 7. He's going to score another point, 8.
Yeah, but you don't gain an extra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the 4AT.
Oh, I gain extra action token.
Yeah,
No.
Does he have 4AT? He had 1 banked. So yeah, he's got the 4.
Yeah, I don't think you do anything here. Like, what do you even need to do?
I mean, you may be under arrest, AJ.
your turn.
I don't even know.
She's at home and doing nothing.
I guess
Like,
not. I guess you don't
yeah.
do anything. Okay, so actually what you might do here is you might spend 2 AT to play the Smooths over to Infiltrating. That might be a decent play.
Just so it can start eating stuff and getting bigger.
Well, you play the Smooths...
Maybe you just play Lasso Jack to.
I'm worried about playing Lasso Jack right now with both Carbo Loaders down. Maybe you just leave your board state light, intentionally fearing another Catjack. I mean,
Sure.
we know there's one in the banished pile, and we know there's one in play, so there's only a maximum of 1 more. Have they seen deck lists?
I don't know.
It's okay, you passed the ball to me.
They have not, apparently.
To be fair, the lighting's really terrible.
So we'll have to see whether or not
Um,
there are catacombs out here. But this might be a case where, you know, as I was mentioning earlier with this orange control deck, you really do not want to commit too much to the board at any one point in time because everything you have is very impactful and very large and expensive. And so if you get, you know, Party of One or Catajack or something along those lines, it's not great.
Right.
Flim and Flam is not going to be doing Pages any wonders here.
That's kind of funny.
Lets him confront, get that
I mean, sure, it gets that problem
get
out
that
of the way,
single problem face off.
You banked 480.
I have 4
which will still not end well for him.
No, it will not, especially with that Epiphany in Aura's hand. He can exhaust Carbo to get an extra flip, then exhaust one of Page's friends.
Hold on, I'm sorry. How is he exhausting Carbo with Nightmare Star in play?
Oh, good point. Good point.
All right, so we both got our errors with Carbo. We know how this game works, we swear.
Actually, he can't play Epiphany safely here. Because if he exhausts a character, if he chooses Exhaust and Ready, he will Exhaust and Ready the same character. And if he chooses Exhaust and Dismiss a resource, he dismisses his own Appaloosa.
Yeah, it's true.
And if he chooses Ready and Dismiss a resource, he's just playing the card wrong.
Laura is sitting comfortably at 8 points.
Yeah, 8-0 with a pretty good board.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, only 3 cards, but they're a good 3 cards to have.
I mean, that's the thing. When your cards are as impactful as this deck's cards are, you don't want to play wide. You just want to play deep. That is, you don't want to play a lot of friends, you just want to play friends that are going to do a lot. Okay, so let's look at this thing from Paige's perspective, right? So if you're Paige's here, do you play the Flim and Flam to get that problem out of the way? And if so, what do you possibly hope to flip into? You've got blackmail halfway across Equestria. I'm sure it's probably running Family Feud. And then
If it's the exact same as Feather's problem deck, then it does not have Family Feuds.
okay,
The only confrontable problem in there for him is Rock Slide.
oof, that's not good.
So blackmail is the only good thing to flip into.
So
And
this,
even that, it's not amazing.
this is kind of interesting because getting rid of Rockslide might actually make it more likely for Applejack or for Pages to be able to win face-offs simply because his
Right.
opponent is not getting the extra flips.
Toss 2 cards. 2 bombing cards. Go ahead.
Looks like he's just discarding popping coins and passing the turn. I'm trying to figure out what turn or what big play he may be saving for. There's not a lot here.
I think it's move AJ, play Flam and Flam, rally and move Catajack to try and actually win the face-off.
I guess? Yeah, I agree with that
There's
play.
Smooths.
I agree with Smooths over there. That definitely makes
Yeah.
sense.
If you're Aura, do you just try and DFO next turn?
I don't see a reason why not. I mean, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. That's counting,
I think
counting the Nightmare
that's
Star.
yeah. I think that's the answer there. You wait 1 turn and get 15.
Or is banking just making sure there's nothing else he wants to do on his turn? still haven't seen that under arrest come down, but again, not
Nope.
really a big deal. Doesn't want to play that until AJ's actually up there at the problem.
Point. Bill King 6.
Yep. Up to 9.
Fumbles that card a little bit. Didn't quite get to see what it was.
I'll pay 1.
So in this state, if you draw a carbo loader, or if you draw a Catajack as pages,
It's something I can do.
which we don't know if he's actually running 3 or not, do you play it? I guess the answer is yes.
Apparently the answer is yes.
And says, yeah, those are gone.
Got it. All done? Yep.
Alright. We in this. Okay.
Feathers cheering him on from the sidelines.
Yep.
I look at the top card of the deck.
Card.
Does that mean Feathers already finished her top 8 match?
And Mike.
Or
All right.
I also named.
So Ara's holding on to quite a few things here, including a Xerox, which would not be a bad drop.
yeah, he could play an Catajack.
I would not Catajack.
It would.
That would be bad.
It would not accomplish much. No.
This is a little tricky here. He really wanted to beat up that Nightmare Star if at all possible.
Yes.
He can definitely stop Pages from being able to win this face-off.
One control
Finally a
maker.
3
Oh, playing his own Troublemaker. Oh, there goes the stream. Oh, there we go.
Nope, still got it here.
Okay.
So he's got a Xerox down, copying, well...
Probably Carbo.
It's got to be a Carbo. It's the only thing he could copy.
Well, the only thing he could copy and still have that board state, yes.
Right, exactly. Hey, that doesn't stop me from having an illegal board state. You just have frightened Chrissy at home and you forget about it.
Yes.
Don't do that. Alright, so now he plays the Under Arrest, which I think is definitely a good call.
Right.
He's got Bailout, which he will almost certainly want to use. And he can discard Popping Corn at almost no cost. Oh, also, he's at 10 points. I need to mark that.
So which Troublemaker did he play here?
I'm fairly certain that's Mimics.
Okay.
I don't see a reason why he'd play any other Troublemaker except that.
Sure.
I mean, I guess he could play a Nightmare Moon, but that feels terrible.
5 on 6.
If he played Nightmare Moon, he'd just scare his Chrissy.
One bailout.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and bail out, discard
Copy.
Popping Corn. Yeah, says go home. Now, Pow being flipped is a
Yep.
little unfortunate. But it's not a huge loss. At least it's a low
I
flip.
think at this point in the game, he doesn't care too much.
Yeah, he's got board state already, and he's going to be up to 11 points next turn, minimum.
Well, he's going to be at 11 at the start of next turn. I don't see any way for him to beat the Chrissy. Oh, right. It's still Paige's turn, right?
Yeah.
I don't see any way for him to beat the Nightmare Star.
No, but if that's an epic Troublemaker that he's played, then he could potentially try to beat it up there. That might actually be what he's done. If that's a Chrono Trigger, that's really kind of tech. I would
Playing the Chrissy to pretend it's
I mean,
not an epic.
that's pretty. It's going pretty meta, but sometimes you make plays like that. I don't know.
I've done it. I've played Photo Finish and then Troublemaker to Photo Finish's problem. It was Nightmare Moon.
Yeah.
He called it. He called it as a Nightmare Moon, but it was still funny.
Now, if I'm in Ara's position here, I 100% drop the Lasso Champion here soon. All the Catajacks are gone. There's 2 in
Yeah.
play. No, there's 1 in play, 1 in
One in
discard
pl-
pile, and 1 in banish.
Alright.
It's very hard. It's doable, but it's very hard to have 2 Catajacks in play on the same side.
Draw card.
You just play it to on Unicorn.
Oh, this is
Or Trixie, yes.
this card a lot.
Or Iron Will.
Oh my god, so many things.
Okay, so it is a Mimics,
Okay.
which was kind of to be expected.
Ridiculous.
Oh, you need to be careful about shaking that table. Do you drop Lasso Champion over to Nightmare Star?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's 5 versus 6. It's not terrible.
Well, I think the more important part is just stopping Catjack.
For sure.
And he has the AT. He could drop a Changeling there as well. Or no, better yet, just move Luna.
Well, remember, Catjack's going to be exhausted for yet another turn because of Bailout.
Oh, good point. Oh yeah, he has a Smooth? Yeah, you just play Smooth. He's going to have AT for days, and he should be able to win that pretty easily.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and play the Lasso Champion.
Okay.
Just to make sure that she doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, he's just trying to make sure that he has Rock Slide superiority, I guess. And now he plays Smooths?
Just thinking about it.
He'll have 6 AT to use with Smooths, so can get him up to 8. 8 versus 6 isn't bad odds. Nope, he's not doing it.
5, 4, and 3, right?
Nothing yeah, you can't hit any individual thing to stop that.
What? Yes.
We are at 5.
Alright,
Okay, so Aura goes up to 11.
what do you pick?
Pages draws. Aura names. It's got to be event here, right?
Yeah,
I don't see a reason why you'd name anything else.
because if it's a Troublemaker, you're just fine. You're like, I'll farm that, fine, whatever.
Right. Yeah, I think you just name event here and say you can't play AJ's Epiphany or Bailout or anything else that would be disruptive.
Nothing. But don't give you a point.
I mean, as we've mentioned many times on stream before, even something like Clipped Wings isn't going to affect Lasso Champion once it's in play because that was printed back when they would do those modifiers as all one block of text, and so
Right.
it exists independent of the friend itself. Or rather, it exists independent of the friend having abilities. It's like Coco Camel from Crystal Games.
I tried.
Dismiss that.
The
Dismiss
fortunate
that.
problem is that I am not going to be able
And of course, the really difficult part here is with that many high power friends on the board, even if Pages does somehow manage to break through the Changeling Mimics wall that's set up here and start a single problem face-off to get that problem out of the way, or even beat up Nightmare Star and get a DFO if at all possible, which can't actually happen now that I think about it. Well, no, it could. You could play Flim and Flam and then play Clipped Wings on Flim and Flam, which would be a little awkward.
Can you play Clip Wings on your own friend?
I think Clipped Wings just says play on a friend. Well, let's double check.
In a sense, yes.
Play on a friend. So,
Fair
yes.
enough then.
Yep.
So taking Lasso Jack's abilities away will not remove her modifier. It just relies on a card being
And there's Ara explaining.
or retire her.
Exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the idea.
You got another cat, Jack?
No, Ara, he does not.
You have seen 3. So, here's a question, and I'm curious to hear your thought on this, Beagle. How much did the initial banishment off of Luna set kind of the tempo of this game, if at all?
I don't think it mattered much at all, honestly.
Totally doesn't fit my scheme.
In this
I mean,
match,
yes, it hit the one Catajack,
it also hit
but
an AJ's Epiphany.
I think really what mattered was winning that first face-off flip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the first, but beating the Troublemaker before Pages did.
Yep.
And then just Applejack couldn't do anything. He kept losing rock slide superiority.
Yeah,
Right.
I think you're right. I think that was really what ended up doing it.
I have no idea if I started recording.
It's okay. I lost horribly. It's how it works. 3, 6,
I can't tell.
9, a
If
bunch.
it's on screensaver, it's not recording.
It's on screensaver.
Alright. Likelihood
Rip.
that I'm going to...
My bad.
It's okay.
Told you I'm going to lose horribly.
It's not much to watch, I guess.
Don't say that.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting for sure.
Goodbye, Colin.
Now, I think Ara chose to save those AT
That
in the event that his opponent had... Well, no, he's at 4 AT, so he still couldn't have played the Applejack's Epiphany to ready Catajack if he wanted to challenge Nightmare Star.
Right.
Also, a little suspicious we haven't seen any of the extra flip events that I thought Feather's deck was running.
I think it only runs the one. The barrel through.
Right, but we haven't seen any... Well, there it is. There's a barrel through in his hand right now.
There is a non-zero chance this works out.
Can look for other things to get rid of here. Discards Nightmare Moon, and King Sombra. Yeah, you're not going to need a whole lot of those.
Nope.
King 5. Card.
The 5 draws his own Nightmare Star.
Not the card I want right now. It really is not.
Probably looking for a limestone, I guess is what he'd like to see. Well, even that doesn't do much with Nightmare Star in play there.
Let's draw a card.
Yeah, let's go fishing.
Uh,
Now that's a play, all right, and it's probably one I'd make if I was in Ara's position. He drew into a Nightmare Moon. He can play a Nightmare Moon to Rock Slide and then almost guarantee the win on the next turn because he'll have the advantage off of Rock
Yeah,
Slide.
he'll have 8 power and 2 flips.
9 power. Lasso Jack is 5.
Oh, right, yeah. That's not double carbo anymore. Yeah, I think you do that, and you still have the contingency plan of Smooth trying to beat up Nightmare Star. Either one will end the game. So yeah, I think that's what you do.
He says, no, maybe not.
Huh?
Maybe not yet.
I would also pay 2 to play F-Star.
We'll see if he spots that option with the Appaloosa. You know, it's typically used defensively, but in this case, that's almost an offensive use.
Yeah, it is. In more ways than one.
I guess he's just banking on the smooths to beat up Nightmare Star.
you have to
There are enough cards in
Maybe.
discard
Yeah.
piles.
bank 4, pass.
Yeah, so if he, because that puts him up to 12. If he beats Nightmare Star, that's just game. Provided he can confront either one of those problems. Of course, and Pages can theoretically bail out at the cost of 4 AT and 2 cards.
I mean, of course, the really difficult thing here for Pages is, all right, sure, I can see ways that you can break through a couple of these walls that are set up here. You know, you've got the extra event to flip, you've got, a high flip average. It is theoretically possible something like that could happen.
That loses the face-off against Nightmare Star.
Yes, it does.
Actually, you know what?
Is he going to go ahead
You
and...
said an event, right?
Yes, I'm going to leave that calling event.
Yeah, so he's going to have to spend 4 to play that barrel through if he wants. That will beat up Nightmare Star, but that's one of the worst
Yeah.
things I think he could do at this case because that unlocks Carbo Loader then.
It unlocks Carbo Loader, and it lets Aura just DFO for the win.
It's the little
Yep.
things that make me happy.
I mean, personally, I might have done it just so that I could be on the board. Just say, I have 3 points. Here we go. That's it. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah, that's fair. Go for
3
the-
points because of the often forgotten Diligent 1 on Catajack.
Yeah, go for the honor play and just
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Because yeah, at this point, R's going to be at 9. Now, I understand what he's thinking here. He knows that he's going to try to force Aura to use most of his AT on the smooths in order to beat Nightmare Star, only to play the barrel through on Aura's turn. But again, that's playing defensively when you're down 12. Like, you can't back yourself into a corner like that. You've got to take some risks, and you've got to try to make some offensive plays if you ever want to have a chance of breaking out.
Right.
Oh, you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are no more Catajacks, are.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Paige is being very, very kind and saying, here's 3. 1, 2, 3.
Also, I am disappointed. No Royal Rares.
Not everyone. Plus, I don't believe Feathers actually purchased any cards from the set. Just traded for the 3 Catajacks.
Oh, that seems good.
Go figure.
Playing some bell towers.
Yeah, I guess. What, you play a
Nope, ain't got a response.
response, plays a Troublemaker, uncovers, what is this, a Nightmare Mode?
It's a troublemaker.
Bell tower.
It's a Trixie,
Trixie.
which, again, is not going to do a whole lot. It's gonna
I
frighten
think he's
Chrysalis.
saying. I think he's saying, here, have the win. Oh,
That gets scary.
Yeah.
That sounds great. I like it. It's really fun.
I mean, it's not a win yet.
no, but no, it is.
No, it
because
is,
Smooth
yeah.
should just be able to beat up Nightmare Star, no problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Bye.
And he's
And
still
then
at, he's
confront,
still at
and then
9
that's win.
versus 6 here. And
Yeah.
no AT remaining, yeah.
Let's see. We're tied on Earth Ponies, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Why not?
9 versus 6 is still pretty
Well,
advantageous.
he has 1 AT, but the taboo on events is still in effect.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they remember that or not.
Yeah.
That can be tricky. Again, Changeling Mimics creates a modifier that exists independent of the card remaining in play or having abilities. At least every turn it does.
I did
Right.
Every cycle of turns, I should say.
But there was no way I had enough AT to play them, and I'm like, I'm just gonna see what I can draw in my deck. Can I get all 3?
And we're coming up to the end of the game here. 5 minutes left.
Next turn. So at the moment I'm taking bailouts.
I'm like, Tears are terrible. No.
Yeah, okay. Ara just said he's safe from bailout, so he's going to fight with Smooths. So currently he's at 6 versus 10. So he'll pay.
He'll pay 4.
He's paying 4.
2, 3.
No, he's banishing his own cards. He don't care.
Popping Corn doesn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Banish.
And hits 1 from his opponent's hand pile.
There we go.
Yeah, Catajack.
No, you can't
You
banish.
can't banish Catajack.
Can't banish Catajack. It's a friend.
But I got the first point, so I win.
+5.
Procedural error.
Currently up 5.
Game rule violation.
I have.
Well, now he loses because he made an illegal play.
Yep. GG.
I banished the cat. Oh, yeah, I can't banish the Catajack. I gotta banish.
You can't bet.
I suspect it doesn't actually matter. It has to be non-friend.
Yeah, non-friend. Oh, right, non-friend.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
thought it
so-
said friend because that's how the magic card works.
No, actually, the magic card lets you banish anything. It's just if it's a creature, you gain life.
Yeah.
Friends, creatures, they just same to Fluttershy.
Okay.
Apparently there are no
Got it.
frozen ponies either.
Okay. So that
And-
puts him to 14. So does he fight the Trixie or just say, I end my turn?
I don't know.
There's an extra
What would you do?
effect if there is a certain type of card banished.
Alright, for giggles.
Yeah, fight it.
Yeah,
Do
I
it.
think you fight.
Yeah, go for it.
1,
What's the worst that can happen? You flip a chaos card that just completely destroys the game.
He's
Yeah,
up by
he's up-
3,
he's
so
up by plenty.
that ends it.
Yep, that's game.
Ah!
Wow.
Wow, you failed me.
Ah, some apples!
The deck failed me.
Yeah, it
So, unsurprisingly, Mono Orange wins this fight.
I am shocked by this in the mono orange v mono orange fight.
There's one that's been banished. The other two are at the very bottom.
That mono orange proves victorious.
Especially when everything in the deck
And I
other
needed
than...
a barrel any time earlier. And
Well,
barreled through.
really, what he needed was to not have Aoizotl defeated, like you said, by
That was
by
the
our
only game
early
I
on.
didn't start with.
Yeah.
Dang.
But that's
That's like
that'll do it.
I mean, again, in this match.
That is a 15.